There it is.
Hey,
There it is. Live for the world to see, man.
Live,
What's
live.
cracking? What's
I
cracking? What's
mean,
going
like
on?
live, live.
What's cracking, man?
yeah, man. So look, we're
We are
gonna dive right into this, man.
live.
America,
Live.
Yo, how
we're
about that?
live.
How about that?
Yep.
We're gonna dive right into
Hey,
this mess,
should
man.
I open up the stream on my phone so we can have a viewer?
Sure, why not? I don't know if it's gonna give us feedback though. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, hold on,
Um,
man. I got the YouTube app.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, that joint say live.
oh
Yep.
yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
it is. Oh man.
I'm sorry. Even though we are three technology dudes, this is the first time us going live.
Hmm.
So no, no net.
Yep. Man, how much of a delay is on this thing? It
I
hasn't
know,
even.
right? I'm looking
I
at it
don't
too.
even. I don't even see a subscriber or viewer popped up. Let's see if I can chat. Yeah. Okay. Now it says. All right. It says 2 viewers. Ah, there it is. We got 2 viewers. Let's go.
All right. Alrighty.
Man, what's been cracking, man? What's been going on?
Nothing much. Chilling.
Where, here's the thing, man. Where do we start with with our team's NBA season, man?
Well, here's like all right. So I feel like the order should be Kennedy, Sean, then me.
Yes.
All right.
Kennedy, because he had no expectations. His team, they were entertaining to watch, but the
Yeah.
wins didn't materialize in the win column.
No.
Sean, your team is still in it, and I'm
Yes.
actually I'm actually rooting for y'all. So yeah, there's that, and then there's the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, I can start it off. My team had the worst record in the NBA last year.
Wait a minute. Wait. Who's your team, K man?
Oh, right behind me, Houston Rockets. I mean, I know I got a big head, but like right behind me. Yep, the Houston Rockets had the worst record in last season, and they had the worst record this season. Only this time they drafted 4 rookies in the top in the first round, starting with the
Young team.
number two overall pick. It was shaky for him throughout the season, but after that All-Star game and after that terrible dunk contest,
Oh
he
my
went on
god.
he went on a tear. After he averaged 22 points, true shooting was 58%. Athletic is all get out. I mean, a couple times he didn't look like he's about to hit his head on the rim.
Yeah.
And now we have guaranteed at worst a top 5 pick in this draft. Only problem is there's only 4 players in this draft. So also John Wall didn't play one game. I'm happy. I'm happy. We're building for the future. It's still not like it's like 2023, 2024 season is where we're gonna go. So other than that, no injuries, no major injuries. Probably some trades later on of some veterans, and we might go really really young. But other than that, I'm happy with the season. Growth
Yeah,
from all the
you got
kids.
a young
Yep.
team, man. Young team,
Yeah. All of them show growth throughout the season. That's what you
right?
wanted. I feel sorry for a person like Steven Silas because now, his first 2 seasons in the NBA, he got 36 wins. But, you know, starting we started a 19-year-old at shooting guard, a 21-year-old at point guard, had
Yeah,
another 19-year-old coming off the bench, another 19-year-old coming off the bench. So it's just like, yeah, they were young.
real young, man. And like you said earlier, man, I think with a young team like that, give them 2 seasons
Hmm.
because you can see the potential is there. You got
Yeah,
dudes, you got guys like they're about to jump out the arena, and
yeah,
it, 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 I, the times that I did watch the Rockets play, I was impressed with them being so young, and it's like I can see the upside if that team can kind of stay together in jail.
yeah.
I see that team, like I said, 2 years possibly doing something.
And they had the maturity because they Eric Gordon and Jayshawn Tate. Um, John Wall was a good mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Stories I'm hearing, Christian Wood was not. But all in all, it's good. So all in all, I'm happy. Hopefully we get a top 4 pick. Hopefully top 3, so we don't draft Paolo. So
So he's coming out.
yeah,
Oh, Bankero coming out. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, most
yeah.
definitely. But the Rockets
Um,
have what I think is the most important ingredient in a rebuilding team. They have their star. I feel like Jalen proved himself. In his rookie season, I kind of feel like he kind of exceeded expectations. So that in so many words, because
somewhat.
he
Somewhat.
became he quickly became the go-to guy, and the team around him looked at him as such,
Yeah.
and Silas treated him as such. And so I think the sky's the limit for that young man. But they have that piece. They
Yeah.
have that star piece to build around.
Early
You
on,
look at
it didn't look like it. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you should have drafted Mobley." It
right.
didn't look like it. He was tentative, but 19, slim
Yeah.
frame.
You look at a team like Minnesota with Anthony Edwards, in which it took him
Oh yeah.
a couple of years to really bloom and come
Mm-hmm.
into his own. But he's blossomed into what the media was projecting him to be, and I think plus more. Coming out,
Right.
what did he come out of? Georgia? Was it Georgia?
I don't know.
I can't
I can't
remember. I
remember.
feel like it was a SEC school, but
Yeah,
anyways,
same
you
thing.
know,
Was
Second,
Alabama?
sec,
It was one of them
second
boys.
half, second half of the season, he took off,
yeah,
and a lot of people thought he should have won Rookie of the Year because of how he finished the second half of the season. Plus, with
right,
LaMelo getting hurt, but he didn't get it. But yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, man. But I see a lot of upside with the Rockets, man. Now my team, the Pelicans,
mm,
I had low hopes for us because we started out like 1-12, 1-13, or something like that.
yeah,
But and to me, I want to give credit to Coach Willie Green because he did a
mm,
heck of a job getting the team to gel. Added a few pieces like McCullum and the guy Alvarado. Young Murphy is starting the ball. We got Villachunas, pretty decent center. Probably can get you at least 20 points a night, 12 rebounds. So we got a good team. I'm My only concern is that when and if Zion comes back, will he mess up the chemistry that this team has right now? Because without him, I didn't. To be honest with you, I thought without him, I thought we were like dead in the water. But as the team started to build and gel and start putting things together, Willie Green and the staff doing a good job. I started seeing the progress when I started watching some of their games. I started watching them not put their heads down when they're down by like 15, 18 points. They still stuck to the plan, still ran their offense, still played their game. That was more evident, B Wig, when we came back and beat the Lakers. Because when I was watching this, I was like, man, we getting trashed. I cut the game off.
yeah.
I cut the game off.
Clearly, you hadn't watched the Lakers much this season.
clearly,
I,
clearly.
I cut the game off. And when I got into bed, I said, okay, let me check this score, man. And I said, what the heck? My wife was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, no, the Pelicans won. And of
Yeah,
course, she was like, oh, and just rode on, went to sleep. But I was like, man, what the heck? Weren't they down by like 20 something points? But
hmm
to me, that's a testament to Willie Green. I think he should be second behind Monty Williams for Coach of the Year. But my team, I'm curious to see how we're going to act when Zion comes back.
yeah. I don't know about the whole coach of the year running thing. I mean, he did lose 10 more games than he won. So
Mm,
yeah, not many coaches with losing records are going to be considered for coach of the year.
no,
But
especially
just
Memphis. With the
yeah,
coach they did. So
Oh yeah, true.
yeah. But as far as the eye test for New Orleans, especially after the All-Star break, after the trade for CJ McCollum. That was a different. They've been a different team ever since that. It's almost like they had a scorer in Ingram, but he didn't command the team. He never really took hold of that role of being that alpha male, because number one, that's not his personality. That's not his personality. That's not his game. He has a really smooth, complementary game. But now you have CJ McCollum, who's been able to step out from under the spotlight of Damian Lillard and, stop playing Robin and go somewhere where he can play Batman. And he flourished. Now, again, like you said, Sean, credit to Willie Green, because he had to give him that green light. He had to tell him, like, look, this is your team. This is you. This is your team. So credit to Willie Green and the job that he did. But CJ McCollum he's turned them, he's turned them around night and day.
Hey B, I like the little play on words there. Willie Green gave him the green light. Okay, man, I got you.
Yeah.
Bro, it's been a long day. I didn't even catch that myself, but hashtag down.
No, I've liked what I've seen from the Pelicans. Last game I saw, they playing Memphis and got blown out. But for everything they were going through, and it's not about. To me, it's not about how they integrate with Zion. It's Zion integrating with them. They're good. You're the one who came into the season or training camp, 30 pounds overweight, and then you broke your foot twice. Yeah. And, you got money, and they Miss Benson and her team, and what's the dude that's the Saints general manager? Because I think he runs all.
Loomis.
Yeah. I know they're trying to do everything to get you ready. You need a chef. You need better. You don't, as Charles Barkley said, you don't go into training camp to get in shape. This ain't the 70s anymore. That's what training camp was for. In football, no. It's all year round. Got to be in shape. Mm-hmm. Because you're looking like Greg Oden. And I don't even blame Greg Oden, because he had degenerate knees and feet and lower extremities.
Yeah.
And you see, everybody got hype off the little video they were showing about him doing a 360 dunk and all that. But my thing is, do that in the game. That's how you impress me.
Mm-hmm. So, that a 5-second video, it does not compare to what, let's say he 32 to 36 minutes of him lumbering up and down the court on that foot. That's nothing. Dunking is nothing. That's nothing.
And then he's so powerful. And he's so powerful that with his dunks, he's coming out hard too on them legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Once again, I would not touch a Duke player. I swear to God, I wouldn't touch him.
Oh my God.
I mean,
name
got a point.
Name me one who's lived up to their potential.
Grant Hill.
Your potential for Grant Hill. The potential for Grant Hill was 12 years. He only gave you 4 or 5,
right?
And his feet went bad.
JJ Redick.
Nah. The closest one, I think, is Jason Tatum.
Oh, Jerry Stackhouse? My bad, that's North Carolina.
What?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
And I don't even count Kyrie because he barely played there.
Nah. I'm going to need Sean to take that back.
Disrespect to Stackhouse.
All right, my bad, man. I'll take it back, man. My bad.
That one hurt.
Yeah, Jason Tatum. That might be one.
That's one.
Elton Brand.
Oh, you brought up Shane Battier. Now, he never lived up to his potential. Or maybe he did, because he really wasn't.
Kind of did, though.
Yeah.
He kind of did, because he was good for them in the corner 3-pointers.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
He was well spoken and annoying at Duke, and he was well spoken and annoying in the league.
Yeah.
What about Christian Leitner?
Nothing.
I mean,
Danny Ferry?
Nothing.
Christian Leitner's best moment
Danny
didn't even
Ferry.
happen in the NBA.
Danny Ferry. What has Danny Ferry ever done?
Dude, Christian Leitner's career moment happened against Kentucky.
Yeah, with the shot. I remember seeing that live.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself, but you know. But then again, I was 13 when it happened. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right, B.
I can't really think of another one.
I take it back, man. But okay, B. Let's go to your team, B. Come on, man.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, we need some music for this.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's the Darth Vader theme from Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean, where do I start, bro?
From the top.
Tippy.
All right, literally, I'm gonna start at the top. Genie Bus, I'm gonna need you to do better. We're live, so I'm not gonna go where I want to go with this, but she's got to start making some better decisions, and it starts with number one, getting Pelinka out of there. He's got 2 years left on his deal. And like I told Kenny the other day, we were talking about it in the group chat the other day. This next coaching hire is going to tell me a lot of what I need to know for like the next, as it pertains to the next 5 years for this team. Okay. You got question marks at GM. We don't have a coach now. We just fired Frank Vogel. That was the easy thing to do. I don't blame everything on Frank Vogel. He did the best he could.
That's what I was going to say.
He did the best he could with what he had to work with. And let's be honest, he didn't have much to work with. He had LeBron, Gimpy, AD, dude who still can't figure out how to play the game of basketball despite averaging the triple-double 2 times in his career, and a bunch of geriatrics and one or two kids.
But look, to be honest, man, AD wasn't healthy. To me, that's one of the main things that the Lakers couldn't overcome. Then Westbrook couldn't. To me, he couldn't fit in with the team. B.
But even when AD was healthy, it didn't matter. It did not matter. He forgot how to play defense. LeBron can play defense, but you're 37. He's 36. Season started, turned 37. Mm-hmm. What 37, about 40-year-old, is going to try to focus on defense?
True.
Nah, I mean, that Kobe did the same thing tail end of his career. Kobe wasn't defending dudes like he was in his prime.
Yeah,
tail end of his career. He was saving it for the offensive side of the court. So
B, man, correct me if I'm wrong, man. Both of y'all, when y'all watch the Lakers, when I did watch the Lakers, like on Sunday or sometimes they would come on during the week, the ball handling was terrible. I've seen Westbrook dribble the ball out of bounds. I've seen LeBron just lose the ball. I'm like, what do the Lakers practice on when they're at practice?
That they're in the ice tub.
Yeah. And that right there, that carelessness with the ball that rubbed off of Russell Westbrook, because prior to this season, I'm serious. Prior to this season, I had never seen LeBron be so careless with the ball as he was this season.
Oh, Russ.
And as bad as Russell Westbrook was, it wasn't all his fault.
True.
No. There was it. I gotta spread the blame around to everybody except LeBron. I'm excluding LeBron. LeBron did his job. He did his job. 37 years old, averaging over 30 points a game. He did his job. He did what he was supposed to do.
Okay.
It's not his fault that he passed to open dudes and they all of a sudden couldn't hit a shot. Melo, 40% three-point shooter last season. Malik Monk, 40% 3-point shooter last season. Kent Bazemore, nearly a 40% 3-point shooter with Atlanta.
How was KCP?
In Washington. KCP, who we should have never let go. He was in Washington.
That's my point.
Yeah. I don't know what he shot with Washington this year, but at least he gave us defense. He gave us defense and he gave us feistiness. Kyle Kuzma. I mean,
no, he should have been traded.
But yeah, but at the same time, he should have been traded for Buddy Hield, not Russell Westbrook. Kyle Kuzma should be a Sacramento King right now. But
and I told you about the deal Magic said he signed off on.
Yeah,
your boy DeRozan, but then everything changed.
Yeah, why is Magic telling
I actually
behind the scenes dirt? Like,
what?
Wow.
What? And I asked you, I said, why?
Well, I know the reason why.
Why people are calling Magic trying to broker deals? Shit to be calling the agents or the team.
Okay. I've talked. All right, so Magic, like, the what's the thing? The HBO show Winning Time is on right now. Mm-hmm. Magic got to that team. Like, Jerry Bruss saw him as a son. Magic and Jeannie were around the same age. They've known each other since 1979, So that's 43 years.
Yeah,
they've known each other. And so Magic knows the deals, and Magic talks, and people still talk to Magic, and so it was a bad roster. It was the cast of Uncle Drew, just a bunch of dudes who should not even be in the league, like Melo and Dwight Howard should be playing in China. Kent Bazemore should be,
overseas somewhere,
or auditioning to be a coach somewhere. It's just like was too many old and Avery Bradley. I mean, so it's just like this squad was put together poorly. And I remember I sent y'all that thing about the Clutch.
Clutch
Sports. Yeah, Clutch Sports having it's the Lakers it's gonna be the Lakers and the Nets. Yeah, neither one of them going to the finals.
Right.
Hey, so B, let me ask you this, B. You said you don't want to put blame on LeBron, but the rumor is that LeBron mostly handpicked most of the players on the team that he wanted to play with.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So Westbrook being in LA, that's LeBron and AD. That's all LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
With the final decision laying on LeBron's shoulder. What I was saying when I said LeBron did his job was during the season on the basketball court, on the actual court, producing, trying to make the players around him better. But yeah, bringing Westbrook in, that's all him. And we talked about this.
Yeah.
No player under any circumstance should be given that amount of power over a franchise.
And to say what we've said in private and in public, since LeBron left Miami, he has gone to teams with weak ownership and weak front office so he can have more control. Because Pat Riley didn't give him control. Pat Riley didn't let him run the place. One of the issues that he had was his boys couldn't get tickets. His mom used to have free reign. And it's nothing wrong. I mean, but Pat just runs a different ship. And that comes from, I've been around since, I was a star at Kentucky, back in the day in the Final Four. So it's just like, but LeBron, this is what LeBron wanted. He wanted to try to resurrect Melo. Look, put him in the ground. He's done. Dwight Howard, done.
Yep.
All these people done. Like, Westbrook is done because physically, he's fine. Mentally, he still thinks it's 2011.
Yeah.
And Jeannie, for some reason, I keep hearing these rumors that Jeannie is taking advice from Kurt Rambis and his wife.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That needs to be splintered right there.
Yeah. Phil Jackson's still around too.
And Phil always wanted the spot. Hold on, I thought Phil. Oh yeah, he probably is. So
no, his voice is still very prevalent.
So essentially, this is all Jeannie's fault, and you're it was great that you could blame everything on your brother. Now you've been running everything.
Rob Pelinka needs to go, in my opinion. But B, more important question. I'm gonna ask the both of y'all. Start with you, B. What roster moves do the Lakers need to make in the upcoming season for them to be relevant right now?
You're not relevant.
Well, number one, with the Lakers, we're always going to be relevant.
Yeah.
Bad or good, we're going to be relevant. Relevant.
Yeah.
That being said, the way the West is constructed right now, there's nothing that we can do to challenge anybody.
Okay.
In the top
Top 5,
3, top 4, maybe top 5. I don't know. But there's no roster move that we can make to make us championship worthy. So my idea is to either trade LeBron, trade AD, or trade them both.
Just blow it up.
To recoup some or all of the assets that we got rid of building this team.
Yes.
So that we can, not only potentially, draft somebody, but package those picks and go get somebody younger. Ja Morant is not going to stay in Memphis. I hate to say it.
No.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
No.
But Ja Morant is not going to be in Memphis long term.
No, he's not.
He's a name. He's a name that you could potentially look at a few years down the road to potentially bring that spotlight, bring that showtime back to LA. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just giving a hypothetical of what we could do if we were to recoup picks, if we were to recoup draft capital. But for the short term, I think the best thing for us to do is to look at trading one or both of those guys.
Hey, B, so I know, K-Man, you heard these rumors too. You know what the rumor is, B? You know who they say the Lakers might go after, right?
I hear a lot.
LaMelo Ball.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
He's L.A.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Hey, look. Michael Jordan is a terrible owner. Terrible. He ain't letting that dude go.
No, I don't buy that.
He ain't letting that dude go.
I don't buy that.
And Charlotte, you know how I feel. Charlotte is a East Coast city. You can be in a small market, but if you're on the coast, you're kind of okay.
True.
Yeah. Yep.
True. All right, K-Man, for your Houston Rockets, what roster moves would you like to see your team make?
Oh,
Possibly not this coming year, but like you
No,
said, 2024.
draft time. I want Wall gone.
Nobody's taking that contract, man. But go ahead.
It's one more year. It's one more year. It's one more year in the contract. Whoever needs a point guard, just give us a first round pick. Eric Gordon. Only because I don't want Eric. I like Eric Gordon. I just don't want him using the final years of his career on a rebuilding squad. He should be a wing on a contender. And Christian Wood. He's talented, but there's a reason why he's bouncing around the league. There's a reason for that.
Wow, man. I thought you would keep your boy Gordon, but
Nah, the new GM wants to do right by everybody. I really want to do right by Eric.
to me, K-Man, he's a veteran, man. You need that kind of veteran leadership in the locker room with a bunch of young guys.
And that's that's the direction I was gonna go. It's like, why not keep him to mentor all these young yang dudes that y'all have in the locker room?
Look,
Yeah.
we all have played sports at various levels. Mm-hmm. Do you really think a person at 34 years old really wants to be losing all the time when just like a couple years ago you were a hamstring away from going to the finals? Like, I think he, and he's gotten himself in way better shape. I just think he wants to contend. That's why they, after they won those back-to-back games from Portland, because they're doing a fantastic job tanking, they sat everybody down and just run with the kids.
Yeah.
Because, I think when they didn't want Eric Gordon to get hurt, they think that with the draft, and free agency, they can have more time to get a bigger deal. Because I heard they had first round offers, but they were late first round, and they want high first rounds. Because their whole thing is because what the thing people forget is that horrible trade for Westbrook screwed us.
Yeah.
We were lucky that we got the second pick, because if we got the fifth pick, it was going to OKC. This year and next year, we own the picks. But after that, they get our picks for the next, or pick swaps for the next 3 drafts. So we have to build. We have to build this stuff up. Once again, thank you, James Harden, for getting rid of Chris Paul and bringing Westbrook to our team. Douche.
Speaking of Westbrook, I didn't want to state the obvious, but obviously he has no place on the Lakers next season. I think either way he's gone. Whether we find a taker for him, whether we don't, whether we waive him via the stretch provision, he's not going to be a Laker next season. I don't care how much he loves LA. He's not going to be a Laker next season.
Wow. Man.
His attitude, which drove him to make him what he is also what is killing his career right now.
True, and a lot of people say that he's not built for LA because in LA there's cameras all around, and in his time in OKC, he rubbed a lot of reporters the wrong way, saying certain crazy things out his mouth to people.
Right.
And you go to a town like LA. LA is all about being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was protected. He was protected in Houston because you weren't going to say anything bad about him because that was James Harden's boy. In DC, where they're so used to losing, it wasn't that a big a deal. But you go to LA, there's a certain level of expectation that comes with wearing that purple and gold. Same as it going and wearing that Kelly green in Boston.
Listen, you step on that court in LA with that Lakers jersey on, take a step back, take a look up, and just look at the Raptors. Look at the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's what you got to come after. That's what you got to live up to.
I wasn't even going to take it there, B. I thought you were going to say get on the court, take a step back, and look around. Look at all the stars in the audience. It's Hollywood. Look at you playing in front of. Look at all the cameras. Cameras flashing everywhere. They got people that make way more money than you, Westbrook, and they're just sitting right there on the side of the court.
Yeah, calling you Westbrook.
And some of them
getting sensitive about it.
And some of them not even stars. They're just like Hollywood producers or hedge fund managers or like Silicon Valley type dudes.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why LA probably has the cost of living that's equal to this area in the DC area. All the stars, Tinseltown, all that stuff is out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So what did y'all think about now that the NBA season is over? We're in the play-in yesterday. Who won? Charlotte lost.
Yeah, Atlanta killed them, and we beat the Spurs.
And y'all beat the Spurs. What did y'all think about this season? This whole season.
Go ahead, B.
I really, there was a very, very limited amount of basketball that I watched this season. I didn't watch a whole lot of NBA games, in part because I really didn't have a whole lot of time to, but I think that towards the end of the season, I really kind of got a good feel for who's going to be around come June and who's not. There was, a whole lot made about the Harden trade to Philly, Ben Simmons going to the Nets. Yeah, neither one of those teams are going to make the NBA Finals. May not even make the Eastern Conference Finals. There are like four teams, and I'm combining both conferences.
Mm-hmm.
There are like 4 teams that are elite now, and that's you got Phoenix, you have Miami, you have Milwaukee, Yeah, I say Miami because of the coach and because they play defense. They're one of the only teams in the league besides Phoenix that plays good defense.
I'll give you that.
And dare I say it, Golden State. Watch out for them. They're healthy. They're healthy. Look out for them.
I would trade Golden State with Denver.
I wouldn't. Denver don't have enough firepower, man. They don't have enough firepower.
They got too many people hurt. If they were healthy, yeah, I would say yeah, but they got too many people hurt.
Yeah.
So what you think, K man? What you think? I mean, of course, think about the season, man.
The season was hilarious to me. It was actually hilarious. I didn't watch that many games either. I mainly watched clips of my team, but from what I could see early on, Chicago started off really quickly, and I was like, "Wow, look at Chicago!"
Chicago,
yeah, and I'm just like, "Wow, yeah, Chicago and Cleveland." I'm like, "Wow, they started off really well." I'm shocked by this, and then later on they fell, and I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
You remember how high Sean was on Cleveland?
And look, B and the Wizards, right?
I was just like, what did we say? Slow down.
First 2 weeks of the season, this man was putting the Wizards in the finals.
Yeah, look, y'all.
Man, look at the Wizards. They won 11 out of 12.
And K man, I was wrong. Y'all were right because K man, you say no. Give him 20 games.
Yeah,
let's give him 20 games in.
They're led by Bradley Beal. They're gonna fall, plain and simple. I like their coach, but when your leader is a lame who's a number 2, you ain't gonna go that far. And so, Utah did their thing, and Utah's gonna get knocked out of the playoffs like they always do. Essentially, do their thing. I was worried about the Bucks. I was like, what's going on? And they traded DiVincenzo. I was like, oh, to the moon, to the moon. But yeah, it was a very interesting season. Once again, haha, America. James Harden is the worst. I told ya. He is the worst. And he screwed them so hard. That draft, the compensation, it actually is in Brooklyn's favor. Because Kyrie most likely will leave after this season because he didn't like what happened with the New York protocols and everything like that.
Right.
So, but still, Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant. Now, look, Ben Simmons doesn't like the spotlight.
Right.
But if he's the number 3 option, and all he has to do is play defense and dribble and pass 3 things he's escalating at, oh my God, that's going to be a problem probably next year. Miami, I don't trust them because they don't have no star.
They don't.
And their system is great, but they don't have no star. And already hearing that Jimmy Butler doesn't like the way Miami does things, I'm like, well, no one does. That's Pat Riley.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
Pat Riley is he's one of the he's kind of like the last of the Mohicans.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as front offices.
He's like a front office guy that's still a head coach.
And his GM, I mean his owner is going to give him free reign because I think Pat Riley might be a minority owner on the team. Yeah. So you getting mad? I mean, like if you force your way out, I mean, okay, how many teams have you forced your way out of now? So maybe it's not the teams, maybe it's you. Yeah. And then you ain't got Rachel Nichols to say, hey, all the little nice things on ESPN.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
I am because you were blowing her back out. I said live show, no net. cheeks.
Yeah, demonetized. Demonetized.
But it was an interesting season. I was shocked. Another shocking thing, Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm a little shocked by that. I wasn't shocked by the Knicks because I thought last year what they did was fluke. I thought they needed they were stepping. They just went too quickly. Mm-hmm. And then everybody got mad. But I was just like, no, this is part of the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, man, it was kind of a Jekyll and Hyde season. I watched quite a bit of basketball, and I watched quite a few the teams that would come on. on TNT, NBA TV, and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was Jekyll and Hyde, man, because I expected Golden State to be in a higher, at least one or two. I thought the Lakers would be 3 to 4. Then I was totally surprised by the way Memphis ball. I was like, man, these dudes are like really playing. And I expected Miami to play defense because of Pat Riley. I was disappointed in the Wizards. I was surprised by my Pelicans to see where we've came from the beginning of the season where we are now. Like I said, the Wizards let me down. I'm like, K-Man, they were right. And I'm looking at because we're in the DC area, so the Wizards game come on 7:30. So none of my shows don't come on until like 8, 9 o'clock. So let me check these dudes out. I'm looking, I'm like, man, they stinking up the joint. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Then I was kind of disappointed in Dallas because I thought they would play better. But when I seen how people were beating them, I was like, man, what the heck is going on with Dallas?
Dallas don't have a second star.
No.
They don't have anybody to take the load off of Luka.
I like how you get to play on words. The Texas is known as the star state, and they don't have a second star. Okay.
See, you catching all this. It's almost my bedtime. You catching all this.
Bars.
But to me, it was Jekyll and Hyde, man, because let me ask you this one. Since they started the play-in tournament, are you guys in favor of the play-in tournament? Do you like it? Do you don't like it?
Hey, hell no.
No, it's so lame. It's a participation trophy ceremony.
I don't watch it. Look, whoever is the 7th seed, whoever is the 8th seed, all you're gonna do is just get mollywopped. So why am I wasting why am I wasting my time? Just go give them the 7th seed and the 8th seed and then call it a day. Why are we doing this?
The only thing I will say is the 7th seed in the West, you have a chance because Memphis is good, but they're really young.
True.
And a team like Minnesota is gonna give them problems.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of talent to go around in Minnesota, and then you got Pat Bev. Pat
Bev told the truth, didn't he?
Bud Light is but they're getting ready to give him his own can. It says, what is this? What did it say? Bev Light.
My man told the truth.
Yeah, I feel like a team like Minnesota at 7 would give Memphis a lot of problems at 2. But whoever gets the 8 seed, yes, that's
okay.
I have never been so sure of a sweep in my life.
Me.
Look. If my Pelicans win, we got to play the Suns. But I
don't matter.
I think we're the only team in the league that has beat every team at least once or twice in this season, which I don't think has been done. Now, that being said, let me ask y'all guys this one. Which conference does the champion come from this season? Yeah, I got you on the spot there. Got y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I think the safe bet is on the Bucks repeating.
Yeah, that's why I'm like it's going to be the East. It's going to be the Bucks again. I mean,
don't y'all want to see Chris Paul get one, man?
I don't really care.
I really don't care. No. It's like I had last year. I did not want him to win, but like this year it's just like after Harden, the spotlight of all his goofiness happened on. It's like, okay, let Chris get it, but I'm just like, he already breaking down. So I don't know. I mean, for them to win, a lot of people gotta get better than they were last year.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Booker can't do it all on his own.
No,
I mean that's why he came into the Olympics and he didn't really do anything until like the last 7 games because he had the weight of the team on him for 2 weeks before.
Yeah, for the championship. Right. So it might be a repeat of Bucks and Phoenix again.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a might. It's gonna be
because
Milwaukee and Phoenix too.
I know Brandon said, "Watch out for the Warriors." Let's be for real, sir. As we get closer, as we get into the playoffs, and we go closer into the playoffs, you know somebody on the Warriors, you know who, starts to don't look that good. Just looks like 2015 when Dellavedova was locking him up and needed KD to help him. He disappears in the playoffs.
See, I get that, and that's fair. But the only reason why I put them in the conversation is because I like how deep they are, number one.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I like the depth. I like Draymond anytime. You know, you put Draymond on the team, they have a chance.
But he got a little age on him, though.
He does. And but then you have a hungry Clay.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
You have a hungry and healthy Clay who has almost a full season under his belt.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, to what B just said, when I watched those three on the court, Draymond Green, Steph, and Clay, they was shooting the lights out, man. It was like Klay Thompson couldn't miss. And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, he's back. He dunked the ball once or twice. I'm like, okay, all right.
And then look, I mean, I've given this dude who some people call my cousin. I've given this dude flack almost his whole career, and deservedly so. But since he's been on that team under Steve Kerr, I've seen a different side of Andrew Wiggins that I have never seen prior to this season. Now, I don't know what that's going to translate into for the playoffs.
I can never call him your cousin. Your family know how to get shape ups. I'm just saying.
There's also nobody in my family that looks like a bird, but yeah, I've seen another side of that dude on the court that hadn't seen before now. So
yeah, I've been impressed with his game too, man. Since he been, I'll give you that one, B.
If I'm Phoenix and we staring at them for the Western Conference Finals, buckle up. That's all I say. That's all I gotta say. Buckle up.
Yeah, because if you slip, they will catch you. But if you come in there hard, you can take them in 6, maybe 5.
I will say from the East, man, it's going to be the Bucks, because I don't see anybody challenging the Bucks, other than maybe somehow the Nets get on the run, or
Miami start locking down.
Yeah, or Boston gets Williams back, to be better with the team. I don't know if he's coming back yet, but Boston has a pretty good team when they start the ball, and Miami plays defense. Like Miami plays some real good defense.
Boston plays really good defense.
Yeah, they really do. And from a coaching standpoint, I love Udoka. I mean, he's that dude.
My people, we good at things. We're good at things.
Can't have nothing.
No.
That video you sent today, K, man, boy, that joint, man, that dog, boy.
Nothing.
But yeah, about Miami. Of course, Bam, he's in protocols right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when he comes back, and if they get the best Bam possible, like if they get him at the top of his game, then they have a chance.
But you got to think, man. Miami got a lot of complementary players, man, on that team.
They do.
Yeah, and they also have someone who's been to the mountaintop.
Yeah,
and Kyle Lowry.
Lowry, Philly.
Yeah,
North Philly, stand up.
and the front office and the coaching staff have been there too. So it's they went to 4 straight. So this ain't. And they were the finals. They were in the bubble finals. So
Why you gotta say bubble?
Because I just remembered it, and I was like,
that's the asterisk.
And they're like, oh, bubble, yeah.
Look, see, CB, he just replaced the asterisk with the word bubble. Bubble.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Everybody was scoring that. Everybody was scoring in that thing, except James Harden. Everybody was scoring it.
Yeah, but look, we had people trying to sneak out and get wings, though.
Yeah, they wanted. That ain't all they were sneaking out and getting.
and exactly that's why we cut them. That's why, because it was still in his head this whole season. That's the reason why Jalen Green wore 0, because his natural number is 4. But no, Daniel House, yeah.
Oh man, so I heard they got some good wings, but hey man, the bubble that was so. Like I said, I agree with y'all, man. I'm saying the Bucks probably gonna be the Bucks from the East and the Suns.
Yeah,
unless the Nets get on a tear. I'm telling you, when I watch them play, man, all of them together, even without Ben Simmons,
I'm like, telling you, for them to get on a tear. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, I was just gonna say it's gonna take 2018 KD. That's the only way it happens. I don't care what Kyrie does.
Yeah.
It's going to take 2018 KD for them to do it.
Yeah. Them two have to average 40 points a game for them to go on the tear. Because, yeah, they got some pieces, but, I like Patty Mills, but it's just like, nah. And it's not their fault because they were constructed a better way, but right. AKA, Lapdance King, screw that up and throw everything off. And Ben Simmons, which is weird, Ben Simmons set out the whole year, and now he's able to play, got back problems. Like, what were you doing?
Yeah, really. No, I know what he was doing. He was buying lamb outfits.
Yeah, that outfit he had on, man.
Good luck with that Peter backlash.
So the X was that.
Look. He got a wanted poster of him in Philly. He ain't worried about Peter.
Hey, no, he's trying to get that $20 million back. He filed a grievance. He filed a grievance with the 76ers, man. So
yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
He trying to recoup that money to pay for that land.
But you willingly did not show up for work.
I know.
I mean, you. All your cards were out in the media, pretty much. Rich Paul did you no favors.
Yeah, no favors.
He did you no favors.
No favors.
You ain't.
And then the last time they saw you at work, you underperformed.
Yeah, he was off in the corner shooting by himself. Not even with the team in the huddle.
And you were put on your second notice. Come on now. You were scared to dunk the ball when you had Trae Young on you, who is 5'10".
He was
and you are legit 6'10". Come on now.
Trae Young 5'10" with double soul Timbs.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, look, Jason Williams said that this morning on ESPN because Jason's like, I'm about 6'1", almost 6'2". I stood next to Trae. He said I give him 5'11" if that. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that's why he shoots from so far away.
I know, but I would say this: he has a better career than Jay Williams ever had.
Oh, but man, he went to Duke. Go ahead, K man. Go ahead and say it.
Curse.
He was caught on camera riding a motorcycle that in his contract they told him you should not be riding. We don't want you to do it.
But and I thought everybody. Go ahead.
The guy was filming and said, "Hey man, you're not supposed to be on the bike." And he's doing circles saying so. Then like a few days later, he crashed.
I thought everybody that went to Duke was smart. I'm shocked. But it's weird that Bobby Hurley career ended motorcycle or car crash.
Wow.
You can't tell me that's no curse. You cannot tell me there ain't no curse. Krzyzewski sacrificed those kids for those 5 championships. I don't care what nobody says. He prayed to something to give me the 5 championships and you can have their limbs.
Yeah.
Hey. Shout out to Coach K, man. How that couch?
Yeah, shout out Coach K, man.
How that couch feeling, bro?
Hey, look, Coach K. I'm one of your. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan, but I respect your game, man. You were an awesome coach to some young men, man. You helped a lot of young men.
Were an awesome coach. Were.
Get out of a lot of difficult situations.
Look, you weren't that great a coach. You ruined basketball with the damn charging blocking foul because you had a certain type of player when you first started that couldn't jump. So, hey, we're going to use these rules. And it ruined the game. Now, every time someone goes to the hole, instead of trying to play defense all day, it's annoying. It's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
That's Coach K.
I'm not going to say anything else because, number one, I'm a Tar Heels fan for anybody watching out there, and I really don't have anything nice to say.
Hey, I'm not going to say anything because I'm starting to get hot and I'm about to start cursing. Because I'm a Maryland Terrapins basketball fan, and, well, you know, even though they're in the Big Ten, still hate Duke.
Ooh, y'all got a new coach though.
In that terrible garage that you call a gymnasium.
Cold Field House.
No, we're talking about
Cold
Coach
Field.
K.
yeah.
Cameron Indoor will never be what Cold Field House was.
I know.
Ever in his best day.
And the Xfinity Center dunks on him.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we play we play the Clippers tomorrow night, man. I think at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Y'all might be able to beat them.
They will beat them.
We beat them 3 out of 4 times this year.
Yeah, and you know, it's great that Paul George came back and he getting a little work in, and then go into the summer, and then the expectation is going to be
Wait a minute.
high, and then they're going to fail.
Where is Kawhi Leonard?
Chilling.
He chilling. He tore his ACL last year.
So the recovery time is 2 years.
Yeah, and remember they were like, "Oh, it's a partial tear." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like he could be back. I'm like, no, it's a full tear. We all know it's a full tear. Stop it.
Right. And then he's got the gimpy quad, so he's got to make sure that thing is intact and stronger than ever before he tries to ever step foot on another NBA court.
Yeah, because you can't. It's one thing to be great and play with straight backs. It's another thing to be trash and play with straight backs.
So he had the same kind of injury that Jamal Murray had.
I'm on one today.
Yes, you are.
So he had the same kind of injury Jamal Murray had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only Jamal Murray got stronger quads.
Yeah.
So Jamal Murray next year is going to be. They're going to be a problem.
Comeback player of the year.
Yeah, I still think they need to get rid of. I don't know why they gave Porter Jr. that contract. I don't know. Look, he had back problems in college. I mean, yeah. Now Embiid could be like, okay, look at Embiid. He had back problems in college. I mean, look how. So it. Yeah, no, it's different. I know it's really different.
MPJ's back problems is on a whole nother level than what Joel Embiid dealt with.
That being said, that's a good, probably the last topic. Who do you all think should be MVP?
Oh, that's easy. Nikola Jokic.
Oh, the Joker?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really argue that.
Embiid peaked in like February.
Yeah. And
I can't.
I mean, I could go. I could make a case for each one, for each player.
Yeah. And Embiid could win it because East Coast bias and stuff and being playing in Philly. But if you really look at it, it's Jokic.
Yeah, it is. But I have a feeling that they're gonna skew towards Embiid just because he won a scoring title.
Yeah.
And you heard what Embiid said. He said he doesn't know what he has to do to be MVP. He said I don't think those guys like me. I'm pretty sure he was joking to be funny, but
no one knows. You used to know the things. Speaking of MVP, I got one more topic. I know we gotta make it quick. I was listening to something, and they were talking about the greatest NBA draft of all time, and they were debating 84 versus 96 and versus 03. And the reason they said 96 is because you got Kobe and you had Allen Iverson, but it was like, Steve Nash. I mean, he's a 2-time MVP. I'm like, Well, you just brought up the talk of MVPs. Like, let's be for real. Was he really a 2-time MVP? One of them MVPs should have went to Shaq.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. I really think they gave it to Steve Nash because of the assists.
Yeah.
But
And then Shaq was too big and too dominant, so they're just like, like it's like
Yeah.
Carmelone's 2 MVPs. Like one of them, yes, he deserves. 2 of them.
And Steve Nash, he made basketball look really fun when he was at the top of his game. When he was in
True,
his
very
prime.
true, very true.
It was I hated the Suns, but
yeah,
they were really fun to watch.
Yeah.
With him and Stoudemire and Roger Bell and Sean Marion and his retarded jumper.
that was an ugly jumper, boy.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
one thing
I'm-
I will give Steve Nash.
Yeah,
Like I said, to me, like you said, B, he made it fun, and it was with the assists, man. Because the last time somebody was really like that with assists was like John Stockton.
yeah.
John Stockton was dishing all over the place.
But if you had to say what was the best draft, what would you say? To me, it's 84 to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would say 84.
I'm
Easily.
sorry. It's 84.
Yeah.
Think about who was in that draft.
It's probably it probably 84 for me, and then just because of who he is to me, 96.
Oh no, it's not even a question. 96 is,
Yeah.
and 96 and 84 are close. But
Yeah.
but you have
Dirk,
3.
What draft did Dirk come in?
2 drafts later, like 97, 98.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking around 2000, maybe 2001.
But no, because in Akeem, Jordan, and Barkley, you got arguably
Yeah,
3 top 15
84.
players. I mean, Allen Iverson is a top 75, but he's not top 20, 25.
Right.
Same thing with Nash. So just like, yeah, okay. And Kobe's in the top 10. So yeah, off of that it's just basic. And then I think Stockton was in that in 84 draft.
Yeah.
You may be right.
So it's just like that draft was loaded with Dream Team 1 and Dream Team 2 players. So I'm just
Yeah, buddy.
so
But you got to think the game was a totally different game back then.
totally different.
Just like how the virus mutated, the game has mutated over years. It's a totally
Yeah.
different game now.
And
Totally.
I also believe that they need to bring back some of those defensive changes back. I think hand checking needs to be coming back. I think you need to, because back then you didn't have that many talented players in the league, and so that's why they mucked it up. And the Knicks and stuff. But now like everybody comes in is super talented.
Yeah.
And can jump from anywhere, can shoot from anywhere.
Because K-Man, I just said the game has changed. Before, when back in the days, if players did that, they would be on the bench because the game was more structured. Everything was literally centered around the center. You pass the ball out, pass the ball 3 or 4 times, pass it inside to the center, take the high percentage shot because you're close to the rim. Now you got dudes shooting from the logo.
You got center shooting from the logo.
Right. If had Steph Curry had he came 10 years before he did, there would be no Steph Curry.
No,
Sure wouldn't.
no. And then if
no
that's the
such
case,
thing.
and if there's no Steph Curry, then there is no Trey. What's his name? Trey Young.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dame Lillard shooting from the logo.
Yeah.
And
Dame would have made it. He's from Oakland. He would have made it.
I watched the game enough, man, to see how the game has changed. And I'm looking, and like you said, the players nowadays are coming straight out of high school, jumping literally almost out the arenas, dunking, doing all kind of dunks in high school.
Yep.
That's because the game has evolved. You have younger, faster, quicker players, and you rarely have a big center that's like 7 feet, 6'10", 6'9", 300 pounds.
Right.
They're like 6'9", maybe 250.
Yeah.
And the reason is you don't need a big man to bang around the inside really per se.
No.
You may need 1 or 2 good power forwards that can rebound. You
Right.
know? But yeah, man, the game has changed, man. And I think I asked y'all this before on a podcast before. Just think what you all just said right now. Picture the game 10 years in what 2032. It may look different.
Yeah, it probably will.
Yeah.
They might have to widen out the courts though. I mean, these dudes are getting like really big, and they just might have to widen the courts out.
We'll be 10 years down the line thinking about this podcast. Yeah, man, did we say the game would change?
Mm-hmm. Well, we are prolific.
Yeah. That we are.
Yep.
Oh man. Hey, look, one of the things, man. I forgot which one of y'all said it, man. Y'all was talking about your boy from the Boondocks, where he said, "Yeah, man, I'm tired of losing." He said, "Well, if you're tired of losing, stop beating yourself."
Right. Riley Freeman.
Oh, if ever there was a real one.
Oh boy.
Bro.
Yeah, no.
Y'all gonna make me go watch it.
HBO Max.
That's
4K.
Yep. I've been on it all day. I've been on a South Park binge all day.
Oh man, when he said that joint, man, I died laughing. I said, "Oh snap! I ain't never heard that one before."
Kiwi.
Look,
You
just
still
like
a bitch.
Look, man. One night, my wife and I we was watching the Love in Huntsville, Alabama joint, and one of the people's mother was going at this guy, and she said, "Birds of a feather flock together," and he said, "I never flock with him." I said, "What?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, I died. I said, "I ain't never heard that one before."
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to put some respect on Regina King. She gave us.
Oh man.
She gave us Riley and Huey.
Man,
Yeah,
From 227 to Boys in the Hood to
she directed movies and commercials, man.
yeah, commercials, movies. I mean, Oscar, how many Emmys? Oscar winner.
Yeah.
Put some respect on her. Oh yeah. Also, sorry for her loss.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Oh yeah, her son.
What happened with her son, man? That was
For real. That was messed
crazy stuff, man. Look, take care of your mental health, bro.
Right.
That's just like who just passed away, man. We were talking about it, man. Oh, your boy, Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God dog, boy.
Yeah.
Was he almost 25 years old, 24 years old?
Yeah, he would have been 24 next month.
That's one of the things that have always freaked me out, man. I'm gonna tell you, if I get a flat tire, I'm making it to the exit. I'm not gonna pull over on the side of the highway. Just like I've seen cops get hit like that, man. I'm like, no, man.
Hey, Brandon, you remember Tara that you used to work with?
Yeah.
Like, it happened to her husband. He had a flat tire or something, and he pulled over, and he was working on it, and then a car hit him. They slowed down because they saw him. They slowed down, but it hit him.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was in intensive care, but he made it through it. But it was like, oof.
Wow.
Yeah, bro, I'm not. I don't care how much it messed the rim up. I'm getting to the exit off the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I mean, if I got roadside assistance, I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that, man.
People crazy, man. People crazy. Like idiots on the road now. It used to be unwritten rules that you see somebody pulled over, you get over, go down and get over.
Yeah.
That's the law now.
Move over. But now, idiots don't even. They don't care.
If you pull over and have your hazards on, the person in the lane immediately next to you is supposed to get over another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The left lane is only supposed to be used for passing.
Right.
Yeah.
Slow traffic, stay to the right. But hey, man, we look, America. We're human and we're flawed. So.
Yep, each and every one of us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, people. Want to say good night. This is on my desk, Mr. Succulent. That I. You gotta have a desk, man. You gotta have some kind of good stuff, and since I've been, shout out to Tiger, man. You gave it your best shot, man. So.
Oh yeah, that was impressive. That was impressive to watch.
But look, y'all, it's a golf club.
I seen that mug. Where was
it's
I
a
at?
pin.
I seen that. were we in? Where were we at? God, were we in Michaels? No, it wasn't Michaels.
It was one of the Michael Coles, I think.
Gosh,
But
we were somewhere. We were
was
in
it Joanne's?
one of those stores.
Oh, okay.
Marshall.
And was it Marshalls? It was like either Marshalls or TJ Maxx, I want to say.
Home
But
Goods?
I seen that. I seen that mug.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I seen it.
My wife got me there because I be out here playing golf.
They had one. They had a mug that had it was a clear mug, but it had like 3 different lines on. Like it was almost like a ruler line. The first line was like had a good day. Second line was like had a bad day. Third line was like don't ask.
Oh, you were in some store, man. And some of the shirts I saw in the store, man, I was like, ooh, oh, what the heck? I be seeing some weird stuff when I go in these stores now, man.
I don't try to go in the stores because these people be walking around like all willy nilly with no mask on. I'm just like,
right.
I will punch you.
Yeah.
Man, look here. I don't know if y'all seen these commercials. Have y'all seen these commercials about women's panties now? They're showing everything.
Good night, y'all.